Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Paige, here once again with another video, and this is going to be my sort of like number 2 or part 2 video for my Who is Zoom that I did about, I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It might have been even longer, I'm not too sure, but I'm just going to go through the comments on that video and just get some of your responses to that video and just go through what you guys are theorizing. So if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, leave any comments as people have here, and leave your opinions on who you think Zoom is, or even just critique my opinions as well if you think some of them are, bullshit, if you know what I mean, and subscribe if you are new. So we'll start going through these now. We got this one, sorry, it's just I think I forgot to put a link to a trailer or something. We've got Slanted here, or Slanted, sorry, saying, I could see Eddie being Zoom, maybe when he got sucked through the portal. It also sent him back in time to before the metahumans on Earth 2 appeared. Being under Earth 1 Star Labs, he would be sent to Earth 2 Star Lab. Maybe then they experimented on him and turned him into Zoom. It's just a theory and highly unlikely, but whatever. It's a good story, but I don't think it happened. I think it's probably highly unlikely that would happen. That like he's experimented on, unless it's like maybe running tests. Like say, remember when Barry first became the Flash and they did like the speed test to see how fast he could run. Fair enough, they did that with Zoom, and then maybe Zoom went down a different road and became like sort of segmented himself from that Earth 2 Star Labs and became evil. But honestly, I don't think they'd actually go down that route. But it's still a decent. If they did do that, it'd still be okay. But I just don't think it'd make as much sense as some others would. So we have Ayawa Tatsuo, sorry if I've mispronounced your name, saying Zoom is Barry's father, with that like funny face there. Yeah, I guess we'll probably get a few of those saying that it's Earth 2 Henry Allen, but we'll just keep going through. We got the Eddie actor got cast on another show. To the people who think it's Eddie, that is true, but you never know, like I think the guy that plays Garrick, Teddy Sears, is on another show as well, so he just guest stars on The Flash, so he just comes to and from as well. So it's not completely ruled out that Eddie, or Rick Cosner I think is his name, the actor, could come back to the show because he'd just be a guest actor. We have Wallen, who thinks I think Zoom is Earth 2 Barry or Earth 2 Wally. Yeah, Earth 2 Barry seems to be a popular one. I've got a few, I think I've seen 2 or 3 Earth 2 Wallys. It'd be interesting because they do say that Wally West is obviously going to be coming into the show, but obviously we know from Iris's mother coming back saying that she has a brother, that's probably going to be Wally West, but we could be surprised, and maybe her brother is Daniel West, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We have Tony Todd is playing Zoom. I've replied there saying he's only the voice, so the Amazing Spider-Man has forgiven for what he said. We have Frank McManus who says, I personally think Eddie is alive or comes back alive, and I think he is the TV show version of Malcolm Thorne. And I actually did a video on that during the off-season of The Flash, saying that Eddie could be just taking over Malcolm's role and coming back as Cobalt Blue. I think someone later down in this comment section does say something about Cobalt Blue, and I think it does look like they might be mixing Zoom, like the Hunter Zolomon Zoom character with the Cobalt Blue, because Zoom is able to take other speedsters' powers away, and that's what Cobalt Blue can do. So it looks like they could have mixed those two together, but we'll have to wait and see what they end up, what road they end up going down. So we have Ricardo XDel saying, sorry if I'm mispronouncing names, but it says, hey, it seems that Zoom took Garrick's powers before he was sucked into the singularity. And yeah, they do say that, but we're not too sure, because they haven't really explained it too well or well enough, whether Jay Garrick's powers just don't work on Earth 1 or whether Zoom actually did take them. I think we should assume that Zoom did take them, because then we can go down the road where it looks like it's a mixture between Zoom and Cobalt Blue. So I think what I say here, I think I said possibly, but in the trailer for episode 2 we see Jay Garrick running fast. Yeah, and then I'll correct myself unless it's a flashback scene of Earth 2, which it was. And then we have here, we have a comment saying that Teddy saying that Zoom took his speed. Yeah, so it does look like the Zoom actually did take his speed, so I guess we can confirm that. And then we have another comment here talking about Rick Cosner being in another show, sorry. We got that, yeah, this is the good one, which a lot of people seem, I think people have commented this on other videos of mine, which says, in the shows, Zoom said heroes die, and Eddie obviously died a hero, which could be an obvious link, but it could be something else that we might find out later, because that's a pretty big hint. I don't think they want to give the character or the identity of Zoom away too early. We have Brendan Harris here who says, it'll be cool if Joe was Zoom, but I know it's not going to be happening, and if Barry's brother would be villainous in season 3, which I don't know. I think Joe could be Zoom. And I think someone else down here might say that Joe could be Zoom as well. I think Joe's probably my top 3 at the moment, and I'll probably go through my top 3 at the end of this video. And Barry's brother, they're talking about Malcolm Thorne, who they might just recreate into Eddie Thorne and make him Cobalt Blue, but as I said before, it does look like they've sort of mixed Zoom and Cobalt Blue together. We have Charles saying Zoom is Eddie from Earth 2. A lot of people saying that. We have Norris Miller, who's listed 3 here as Earth 2 Barry, Earth 2 Eddie, and Earth 2 Wally as his Zoom candidates, which, yeah, you probably say all of them could be tossed up because you never know what curveball they could chuck with the Wally West being introduced. That Zoom is the Flash Death. He's talking about the Black Flash, sorry. If you don't know, in the Flash Rebirth, I think it is, which came out recently, a few years ago, essentially Barry becomes the Black Flash, which is like basically the Grim Reaper. So any speedster he touches basically dies, I think it is. I read it recently, so I should remember it. But yeah, that's essentially what it is, and people are like connecting that with Zoom. We have SKD here, with his Jared Leto Joker picture, and I'll read this out. He goes, "It's so obvious that Zoom is probably Eddie Thorne because Eddie loves the colour blue. He always wears blue when Zoom is also blue. In the finale, the hole sucked Eddie's body and sent him all the way to Earth 2 by shooting himself to open that hole. If you watched last night's episode, Jay said no one can travel to Earth 1 but Zoom. Who created the hole in the first place? Eddie. After it sucked his body, it probably gave him powers, and now he wants to kill the Flash to take his revenge after finding out that he's going to marry the love of his life, Iris West. I probably could be wrong, but let's wait and see, shall we?" Which is usually what I say. And yeah, SKD's got all right in saying that. I think anything that he says there is possible with the whole Eddie thing, and it'd be a wonderful backstory if they did end up going down that road. We have a few replies here from NASA, who says Jay said he's been fighting Zoom for 2 years, which yes, that is true, but we don't know that him going into that singularity actually sent him back in time, which could be a possibility. So we'll have to wait and see. Zoom is Eddie. If that's true, then Earth 1 Harrison Wells / Earbud Thorne should be alive. I still think Earbud Thorne is alive, not the Harrison Wells Earbud Thorne, but I think just Earbud Thorne in general is still alive, and I think we'll meet him in a few seasons' time. Don't hold me to that, but that's just a prediction. But yeah, isn't Eddie dead? His body got sucked by the Speed Force, so he's probably alive in another time and universe, which is Earth 2, which I do have to agree with. I think he can go back in time, as I said before. And then we just got a couple of other people saying that Zoom has Well's daughter, yeah. And that's basically it. And then the last comment we have here is from J-Dog, French fries, with a picture of a waffle. We have Zoom is Barry, because I have a theory Zoom sent Linda because he knew that she was Barry's ex. So, and where is Earth 2 Barry? There is an Earth 2 Harry. I think it means Henry. Oh no, Harrison Wells, sorry. He's talking about Harrison Wells, sorry. So yeah, so I think there is an Earth 2 Barry. I think we'll meet Earth 2 Barry sometime soon, because I think Grant Gustin, who plays the Flash, did say that some characters from Earth 1 will be going over to Earth 2 to, check it out. So I think Barry might run into his Earth 2 compatriot. But when it comes to my top 3 choices, I said Joe before, which I do have to stick with. I think Henry Allen is my they're not in order, but he's my second choice. And then my third choice, controversially, I think I still have to stick with Eddie. I don't think I can chuck Barry in there, because I just think it's way too obvious, even more obvious than Henry, Joe, or Eddie, if Barry was Zoom, sorry. And also, going from the most recent episode, the size difference is way too big. Even if you just went to the gym hard out, you still don't grow that like another one. I think it was like a good 5 or 6 inches. So those are my top 3 choices. Leave your top 3 choices in the comment section below. If I read out one of your comments, leave a like on the video and leave your opinions on what I said about your comments, and subscribe if you are new. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.